way that they got their gun midfielders into situations where they could have an impact. 5 goals in the first quarter they got out of Cochin and Dustin Martin. That's the key for them. They've got to get Delidio, Martin and Cochin back on top. Good start here with Cochin with the footy.
2-goal game. Scotland going to gobble this up. No, he's not. Rewalt off hands. Martin has a rolling shot at goal that misses to the right.
Well, you're spot on, Luke. There's Dustin Martin getting involved in Trent Cochin. Look, this is last roll of the dice for Richmond for their season. If they don't win this, they couldn't play finals, so you'd expect that they'd put everything on the line. But the Blues have bounced back. Every time Richmond's got the nose in front, they've come back, and they need to get their stars involved, the Tigers.
Martin again involved here. Curnow did well. Good hands by Collins to Scotland likewise. Carazzo now thought his way through that traffic. Well done to Curnow, and now Bell.
And that's what your great players do. They find a way in big moments, in big games, to pull something out. Here's Dustin Martin and Cochin. You can see the endeavour early from those two in particular. A lot's going to rest on them. Are they capable of pulling something out here? Certainly game on. Only 11-point margin.
First minute of the last quarter. Collins, plenty of space and time here. Goes long and direct. Casbolt underneath it. Got to beat a couple of Tigers. Delidio, clever tap to Newman, but puts him under Garlic pressure. Ball flips out the back. Here comes Armfield. Great hands, McLean and Tuck. Murphy. Post has a crack as well, and Tom Bell sits him on his backside.
Got a bit of physicality about him, Tom Bell. That was a good, hard, tough tackle. Like what we've seen from him in his first couple of games.
Same goes for Chris Newman for me too, Richo. He's a player I like, but he's had virtually no impact on the game. Dennis Armfield, defensive tagging roles restricted him to 7 positions. He's got to get involved, the captain.
There's Marrick. Adam Marrick goes long and deep. Rewalt's got the one out once the gain. The ball was kicked a little too long and not in front.
The kick didn't go to his advantage then. He had space in front of him. The kick went over his head, played into Jamison's hands, but Jamison did really well to get back onto that ball and force it out of bounds.
Edwards almost. There's Bell again. Did well to just get the handball over the shoulder. Really had no intention of keeping it alive. Disguised it beautifully. There's the slinger, boundary umpire. Cruiser with the double hand tap down. Edwards to Conker. Rewald again the target. This time got the body in a better position there, but they'll keep it inside their forward 50 here, the Tigers.
Pay a fair bit of respect to Michael Jamison tonight. He's got inside Jack Rewald's head, and he's second-guessing his attack on the ball. He's been all over it tonight. Richo and also BT about him. Not as we see a free kick here going Richmond's way. And you heard the umpire against Brock McLean. An arm grab on Shane Tuck.
Yeah, the umpire waving away the advantage there.
We've seen at least half a dozen of these paid tonight around stoppages.
Big goal for the Tigers. They're all big opportunities here in the last quarter. Tuck steps to the line. He's a good, reliable kick, and he doesn't let the Tigers down.
It shows a time we started paying more respect to Shane Tuck. I mean, he's got 25 again, 2 goals. He just consistently finds the footy and consistently plays well, but I don't think he's anywhere near respected enough for how good he is.
Yeah, Damien Hardwick's first 2 years, he struggled to get a regular game. He was trying to put game time into young players, and Shane Tuck was in the best 22, but didn't get a game for that reason. But this year,
even in that time, Richo, he was a great clearance player.
He was.
Why didn't he?
Because they wanted to get game time into young players, and they just decided that he was the one that missed out. But he's now getting his shot every single week.
I mean, he almost departed the scene, didn't he?
He did, nearly.
Grigg out of the middle. Nahas. Scotland did well. Cruiser now to Garland, who's up high. Could have almost got a free now. D Kick needs to be good to Ellis. It's out in front. He can run under it. He's got Brock McLean in pursuit. Turns, uses his preferred foot. Rewalt once again. Slowed as the ball got to him. Didn't extend the dukes properly. He's slowing on impact of the ball.
Let's get down to the dock. Dustin Martin's getting some work done on his hamstrings, Doc.
Yeah, he just tightened up in the left hamstring high up. Didn't want to come off, but they brought him off just to try and hope that his ball cramped. So Marston off the ground at the moment, but I'm hoping it's just maintenance.
Shown good closing speed tonight on the lead, Michael Jamieson. It's been really good.
Been excellent. Alice's kick was smothered by his own man effectively in the end there. Carazzo got the one arm of Cochin again and gave him a single flyover suplex.
Bit of rain starting to fall now in this last quarter.
There it is.
Bit of a suplex.
Gee, if Juddy had completed that same tackle, there'd be an outcry. Here's King. Gets a look, tried to take him on. Handball inside. High tackle, is it? No. Umpire says, gee, quick whistle, wasn't it? We'll ball it up.
It's an interesting point you make with the arm grab in the tackle.
Oh,
I think
Jakey King and Joseph. We're going to see that when we get an opportunity. Whether that was a little breadbasket left rip or not, I'm not sure. Brock McLean sends it over the line. Is it deliberate? The umpire says yes. And that's a lucky one. That's a tough one. He's kicked that ball 40 metres.
Out of a pack in the middle of the ground.
Out of a pack, yeah. People hanging off him. And the umpires deemed that deliberate. Here's Rewalt again. This time he meets the ball. Funny little kick back inside. Scotland attacks it. That's a high tackle, surely. And a free kick to Scotland. Let's have a look at the deliberate out of bounds. There's the pack. Kicks it. Now the guy's smothering the ball.
I don't know what he's meant to do there. He's meant to just hold it in and not get it out of the pack, is he?
Well, you are allowed to kick the ball just to space.
Yeah,
that's not illegal in the game. Tuck. High into the Richmond 50. Nahas and Rewalt. Rewalt got it on McGuan. Offhand. Soccer off the ground. Nahas. Tigers in front.
Hasn't had a great night, Robbie Nahas, but that's his second goal now. And even if you're not having a good night, you just persevere to the end and keep putting in big efforts for the whole 4 quarters. He's up to 2 goals now. He kicks another one, and as a small forward, if you kick 3 goals, you've probably done your job. You just need to keep persevering with what you're doing.
Well, there's just a little half a jab there from Jakey King. I don't think there's much force on that one. I think he'll be okay.
Needs to be careful though, Jake. He's got a bit of loading hanging over his head, so wouldn't want to do too much.
No damage done there. Out of the middle, Deledio. Little handball to Edwards. He wasn't clean either. McLean went the high, but the duck was allowed by the umpire. Now the little knockout. McGuan's there. Been 11 lead changes in this game so far. Tigers by a point.
Get back down to the dock. Dustin Martin's back out there, Doc.
Yeah, Darcy's gone forward. We'll be near this contest here. Still tight in the upper left hamstring. They gave him some cramp treatment.
So Martin back in amongst it. You can see there. Here's Gibbs with a clearing kick. Now Newman and Armfield go at it. Armfield worked the angle on the ball, arrived, and now Newman had to get rid of it. Really well done by both of those players then.
Boys, Carlton have now activated their sub. Nick Digan is the man who's come off. The second gamer, young Fraser Dale, has come on the ground.
So Digan off, Jackson off, you can see there. And Fraser Dale, who kicked a goal after the siren for his first AFL goal last weekend. Another one out of the Calder Cannons.
Looking like another really close finish, obviously, here, BT. Richmond have had 5 games this year decided by under 10 points. They've only won 1 of them.
True.
The opportunity here tonight to win 1 of them.
Absolutely they have. Tuck. Penetrating ball. Rewalt seems more intent in allowing Jamieson to catch up to him tonight. And almost as initiating the contact with him rather than just attacking the ball on its own merits. I know the ball's been kicked a little long and deep and heavy at times.
All those close games that you spoke about, Richard, this is where they need their blue ribbon players to stand up. Jack Rewalt's one of them. He's got to run and jump at the footy, take this game over, just like Drew Petrie did last week for North Melbourne against the Tigers.
Tuck again. Now, did he dispose of that legally? I wouldn't have thought he kicked it or handballed it. And a free kick will now go the Blues' way. For what, I'm not sure.
I think it was for holding on too long after the ball was released.
So ball back in play here now as Jamison goes looking for Collins. Martin, the intercept. Collins got one high as well. And we'll have a ball up.
Nine lead changes in this game so far. In fact, make that 11. With a fair bit of time left. This one is still right up for grabs, and as we've pointed out a few times, it's season on the line really for both these clubs.
Thornton stretching mark on the wing. Immediately to his feet, and Fraser Dale called for that, and Scotland said, no, I'm the elder statesman here, I'll take it. Casbolt to Betts, Morris, Betts, couldn't get it, Eddie, almost. Garlett's there as well. Marriage had it between the legs, couldn't remove it. And that's a kick by Ellis that'll go down the throat of Casbolt, and Damien Hardwick disappointed by that.
Yeah, he just tried to whack it on his boot. He was under pressure, the young Brandon Ellis, but some of these kicks inside defensive 50 have really hurt the Tigers tonight.
Well, this is a big kick for a second gamer, Levi Casbolt.
See how he handles pressure here, does.
So, trailing by a point. Plenty of time. Casbolt steps to the line and kicks it straight through the middle.
Well, that was a great kick under big pressure to put the Carlton team back in front. Young Casbolt, only his second game of AFL footy. He's competed hard tonight. At the 8 touches, he's given them a target.
First career goal there, Richo for Casbolt.
Yeah, soaked up the pressure really well. That's 12 lead changes now. There were 13 last week against North Melbourne and Richmond.
He was happy with his first goal in the AFL. Casbolt there, and you can see the light rain. And now the Blues back in front by 5. 12th lead change of the night. Adam Marrick trying to step through the traffic there. He was dispossessed. Oh, Hooley got hit high. Umpire let it go. Collins, McLean, Murphy, Curnow, kick around the body. Thornton's trying to push his man under the ball in post, and did well post to hold his ground there, because Thornton certainly had the position. Got to wonder how that's not nearly high contact. D with a fumble. Marriage. Clever little soccer. Morris got one high. Come on!
Umpire just blindsided there. He's missed one on the wrong side of the pack. Steve Morris gets up and can't believe it.
One miss there. Collins caught in a vicious Cochin tackle. Rance has got to knock it out now, or he's going to be pinged. Umpires circling. Ball up.
Well, this game of footy might not have been the highest quality game of footy, but I love these ones. It's just a brutal scrap. We know how important it is. Both teams trying to make sure they get back in that 8. Carlton desperate for win, but Richmond are as well.
Just saw the live ladder there with the Blues and the Tigers really fighting for their survival in 2012.
Well, Tigers lose this and they're not going to make it. That's what the ladder says, basically. Cochin's got a free here. Advantage paid. Delidio swipes the ball to a vacant half-forward line. Jamison beats Rewald back pretty easily in the end. Have a look at that from a professional. Turn boundary, and that's deliberate. Turn to the boundary, and knew he's under pressure, didn't turn inside. Rewald's got a little one. Good ball it is. And now Newman.
Now that's a great run from Newman. And we've spoken about tonight as having had his hands full with Dennis Armfield, but a great leader has just kept trying and he'll stand up in a big moment. 46,000 here tonight at the MCG. And now an opportunity for the 13th lead change. Can the captain deliver a massive goal here?
Newman. 45 metres out. Great looking kick. Richmond back in front by a point.
It's a captain's goal. Just a little cliche, but hasn't had the best of nights, Chris Newman, but pretty important kick, that one, to go back and slot it. And they've been kicking very, very ordinarily on the set shots tonight. The Tigers missed some easy ones. Put that straight through the middle to Skipper.
Doing it for the jumper, says Chris Newman. Tigers back in front by a point. Lots of time on the clock yet, though. Plenty more acts to be run here. Murphy out of the middle. Looking for Thornton. Surely a free to Thornton. And 50. Very, very lucky. So the soccer penalty not penalised there.
How's the pressure in the coach's box, those two guys, Damien Hardwick and Brett Rutten?
High ball, Thornton, Casbolt's there. Collins went as well, and boundary throw in as Fraser Dale tried to keep it alive. Plenty of pressure on both of these gentlemen here. On the edge of their seats with 10 minutes remaining in the game. And nothing in it at all. Post. Not sure he meant the torp. I think it was off the edge of the boot. Jakey King accidentally knocking it back into play. Did well, and that's a high. King's got the ball and half back for Richmond.
It was the right kick from post out of defence because there wasn't really a good short option for him. And he got it out long and out the back and gave King a good chance there.
Goes in the Koch and Rewald direction. Nice palm down by Rewald. Got it to Edwards. Edwards lets it rip into the goal square. Martin's one out. Off hands. Gibbs did really well without infringing. Nahas arrives, but the Tigers will get another look.
Oh, that was a great effort by Bryce Gibbs. One-on-one with Dustin Martin in the goal square. That isolated Martin again, but Gibbs is very good in the air. Did it really well.
Inside 50s this quarter, 11-4 in favour of the Tigers. Cochin appealing for the free. McGuan there, players aren't going to let this one out. Carlton need to be careful here.
I think he's the right man to play on Martin deep, Bryce Gibbs.
Umpire throwing it up rather nonchalantly there.
We're working overtime on Trent Cochin here. He's so dangerous around the stoppage. Have a look at Carazzo. Not prepared to give him a centimetre of space, and a little unlucky before. I thought he would have caught one high.
Quick kick out of the pack. I think it's there. It is. Griggs got it.
Yeah, sure, Grigg. He's putting together a very nice season. He's had over 20 disposals in every game this year that he has played, and he can add a goal tonight, an important stage.
Another one for the Tigers. 4 last quarter goals. Grigg, something out of nothing from the stoppage there. Tigers by 7.
Putting together a great season, Sean Grigg. Getting a heap of the footy. Big time goal there.
Now he's getting his own clearance, tapping it to himself. did his own roving work. Tuck around the corner. Cochin deep's got the free against Tui. Cochin will get a look from 20 metres out directly in front.
It's definitely been a plan they've come in with tonight to try and isolate Cochin, Martin, Delidio at times. That's a pretty tough call, I reckon. Let's have a look at it again. There's a genuine contest on, and that's a harsh call.
There was 50% from set shots tonight, the Tigers. This to extend the margin to 13 points. 6 goals, 6. Cochin comes in. Easy she goes. Tigers by 13 points.
Well, I think you'd like to see those let go.
Oh, no doubt, Dust. There's nothing in that, Zach. What can the defender do? Like, he really didn't hold on to him. You've got to have some sort of body contact between players when they're in one-on-ones like that. And if you're going to pay those, you're just going to be paying free kicks all night long. So you'd like to see that be called play on.
Trent Cochin meant a lot, didn't it? Biggest lead of the game, remarkably, at just 13 points for the Tigers.
Well, Shane Tuck, BT's at 8 disposals this quarter, 8 contested. He's willing the Tigers across the line.
Was this man Marriage Bell? Heard a call, I reckon Jake King asked for it and got his wish. Newman along the ground, valuable metres to the Nahas-Joseph contest, and a nice little boot by Nahas there.
Richmond player down. That's Chris Newman, the skipper. Collected as he got his kick away. A couple of big moments he stood up in this last quarter, Chris Newman, after a quiet night.
Still plenty of time here. 8 minutes in the game left, and a 13-point Richmond lead is absolutely nothing. And we know the Tigers have let some slip at about this stage of quite a few games this year.
BT, one of those highest profile games they dropped was one to the Gold Coast Suns. Trent Cochin caught on the bench at the end of the game. He's now gone to the bench now, getting a rub. I have no doubt they'll make sure he's back on for the last 5 minutes of this quarter.
Big Tommy Bell collected Newman again there. He's a human wrecking ball.
Solid corky out of that, I'd reckon. Here's Dale. Little sidestep. Left foot, tidy ball inside. Post to the boundary. Now Dale again has a look inside. Garl bets it was in fact off hands. Rant picked up by Armfield. Looks back inside. Eddie Betts sandwiched between two desperate Tigers. And now Newman with a knockout to Tui, to Armfield. Murphy, Scotland's queued up here as well. Won't have time to get it on the boot though. Tui's got to go, and he did. Committed the body big time then, Tui.
Gee, it's on the line now. There's some great contests. See Jakey King and Matty D wrapping up Eddie Betts. Geez, he nearly went across the shoulder there.
Murphy to Armfield. He's got Scotland, ignores that. Goes himself from 40 and got it. Carlton are back.
Well done, Dennis. He's been very consistent in his efforts again tonight. Armfield, been a good battle between him and Newman. He's definitely taken the points, Dennis Armfield. He's had a specific role to limit the influence of the Richmond captain. He's done that. And when you throw a couple of goals in there as a bonus, that is a great thing. Martin's back on the bench.
Well, here's the cream again. Mark Murphy is at 6 this quarter. The good players getting involved for both teams. Heath Scotland as well for the Blues.
Back out of the middle. Murphy. Handball to Scotland. Jake King at the back. Got it away. Yaron penetrating run down the middle. Great vision out wide. Clever knock on there by Armfield. Look at the desperation. Morris to Grigg. Grigg's got to go. Davies. Curnow back to Davies. Centering, dangerous ball here. Mark taken by Bryce Gibbs. Can he kick the journey? Didn't get all of it. Richmond have got a 2-on-1. Fraser Dale's the one.
pretty lazy kick almost there from Bryce Gibbs. He might have been just outside his range as Newman takes a little bit of a spell, but it was nothing from Gibbs. It was an in-between thing. He just popped up a high floater, didn't punch one to a lead or actually go back and try and kick it.
Off hands Morris. To the Doc if we can and just find out a little bit more about Newman. What do you think, Doc?
He saw in the ribs from that hit on Bell, so he's just trying to get the breath bit sore, and Martin's still sore in the hamstring. He's off on getting the work as well, BT.
Martin going to play any further part, you reckon, Doc?
I reckon he's tighter than he was before, but they might risk him. There's only 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, OK. Just over 5, in fact, now. 7-point Richmond lead. Still enough time. McLean to a dangerous spot. Free kick here. Which way does it go? It's gone Carlton's way to Thornton.
It's against Alex Rance. And this is a big call. It's a certain goal to Thornton. Have a listen to the Richmond fans at the punt road end. They are spewing. There's been a lot of umpire involvement in this game. I didn't see it. It was off the ball.
Thornton to get them back within a point. There's the shot. He can't miss that. Carlton within a point. 5.5 minutes remaining.
Well, we need to have another look at that free kick. Basher Hawley had taken the mark. Rance and Thornton were wrestling in the goal square. We can see in the background here, clear grab of the arm. Good decision. No need for it, though. Hawley had it covered. It was a clear grab on the arm before they fell to ground there.
Spot on, Richo. Just didn't need to do it. That's the sort of thing that just frustrate Damien Hardwick there. Basher Hawley had it covered. Should have just played it a lot smarter, Rance. What a cracking game of footy this is turning out to be. Just a really good contest between two desperate teams.
They have a habit, the Tigers, of making just those unprofessional errors towards the end of games. This man's done really well. Tuck, King, handball, Deledio, over the top, opportunity to gather. Ellis straightens, right boot, hasn't got the journey.
Clever handball that from Deledio. Purposefully put it a metre in front to straighten Ellis up and make him run onto the ball. Just didn't have the skills to finish that one off.
Tui thumps it down the middle. Marriage off hands, really well done by Gibbs. Straight to Rance though at half back, and we've got 4 minutes 58 left. Tigers by 2. Can't afford to go into slow play mode at all.
There's lots of arms being held up for the slow play movement. You're right, BT. They have to keep trying to score. They've got to at least get another goal to win this game, I think.
Yeah, I think there's possibly 2 goals left in this game. The way it's been played, we've had a 5-goal to 4-quarter in favour of Richmond in the last here. There's Jamison, Thornton underneath, Fraser Dale at the back, and Deledio to the boundary.
How was the pick-up from Heath Scotland there at half-back in a pressure situation? Just a one-grab play from Heath Scotland. Every touch now is crucial.
Contest footy now. Means a lot, as Richo said, each contest to be won from here on in.
It's any little fumble now can be the difference in the game, and Heath Scotland was terrific then.
So now, you've got to be better than ever. If you're getting tired, no time, no excuse. Gibbs to Bell. Big ball, Rance over the top, knocks it to the danger spot. Eddie's got the wheels, grabs the ball around the body, gets him by Garlett. Is it off his boot out of bounds on the floor or not? Hit the post.
They're the two, aren't they? Betts and Garlett. Let's have a quick look and see if this did come off the boot. It was a bounce bump ball into the behind post. But look out for Betts, look out for Garlett around this one.
Good decision there. Carazzo wrapped up in the bear hug tackle. Cochin didn't handball it or kick it. Caught him cold. Ball knocked out on the tackle. Now Deledio with a clearing kick. He's hoping this goes over the boundary line. That does. There was one paid at the other end for a similar thing. That one, surely not.
Well, it was the same thing though, BT. Yeah. It was a quick kick out of the pack that went to space and went out of bounds. And
identical almost, Richo.
They paid it against Brock McLean.
Neutral wing. Edwards. Scotland. Dale Rance has got him in a ripper tackle. 3:24 remaining.
Geez, boys, just looking at these stoppages, it's a brave Richmond team at the moment who've been leaving Mark Murphy pretty free at the stoppages. So influential at the contest. Brandon Ellis going to him now. Smart.
Got to think about getting their best units on the ground now. Das, we'd only caught like previously with Cochin off the ground, I guess. Murphy goes inside. Players hit the deck. Eddie recovers before anyone else. A desperate lunging smother there by Jaden Post. You need your best players on the ground now.
Yeah, look at Mark Murphy, as Lingy pointed out. You've got to get an arm across him. Trent Cochin is another superstar on the other side who's lurking dangerously. It's the big guns who find a way often in these close games to win it for their side.
Richmond not just fighting for the win, fighting for 2012 survival here. Can they hang on? Yaron, 45, long ball offline. Out of bounds, can't even nick a point out. That'll suit the Blues.
I reckon Richmond would prefer to get a point here and get possession of the ball. Very dangerous situation when you got guys like Betts.
Well, they've got one to give, haven't they?
Murphy, yeah.
I guess if you look at that way, back into a dangerous spot. The stoppage. McLean, was he taken forward? The umpire said no, this will be a ball up. But have a look where it is, 30 metres in front of Carlton's goal.
Heap of numbers back around this contest, as you'd expect. The Richmond forwards have pushed up. They've got only Dustin Martin and Jack Rewalt outside of their defensive 50.
Down to 2.5 minutes now. Richmond by 2. Curnow. Handball intercepted Delidio. Now the run's important. Martin loves this. One-on-one. Can he be clean? Yes, he can against Dale. Just didn't have the composure. But they need to lock it in here. Carlton should have the win. 2-on-1.
Oh, what an effort.
And Martin again. I thought it was Fraser-Dale. McGuinness it was.
How about the run from Dustin Martin? Look how exhausted he is. He competed hard, and then the desperate lunge. It was a 2-on-1. He just wanted that so badly, and he's kept the ball inside 50. Brilliant play for Martin.
How often do you see the ball stationary on the ground in a game of footy?
He was 2-on-1. He's had tight hamstrings all night, Brett Ratton. There's so much on the line here, but Dustin Martin was 2-on-1. He's had tight hammies. He's been having them worked on. Huge effort.
Marriage not really interested in clearing it. Scotland needs to get a clean ball here. The Blues under pressure now. Tuck, Nahas, will kick over the top. Not 15, the umpire said. It's play on. The call was clear. Very, very clear.
Important to note, it's 1-on-1 all around the ground here. Richmond don't have a +1 behind these stoppages.
Now, are they good enough to milk it? Delidio over the top. Yaron in front. Joseph to the boundary, goes over. So Richmond get possession. Are they good enough to hang on for a minute and a half?
Richo, you'd mentioned the fact they haven't got the one back. Wayne Campbell is out there screaming at the players, trying to get one back.
Big boundary throw-in stoppage. Touched off hands, no mark. Yaron, space on his left side. Pressure kick, wasn't it? Kept it alive to Bell. The run by Yaron. He runs into Cochin, though. Gibbs has got to go. Went without it. Yaron's doing his best. Look at him. He still wants it. He still wants it. Armfield's got it. A minute to go in the game. Richmond by 2 points. Deep inside the Carlton attacking zone. Morris and Betts go at it. Well done, Morris. But is that out of bounds on the forward? Is.
Carlton have got loose players inside 50 here. Andrew Collins and McLean are loose.
They are loose everywhere. McLean's marked, but he can't kick the journey. Hammers it over the back. Casbolt. It's cleared the back. It's a goal. Boy, oh boy. It's going to happen to Richmond again. 42 seconds left. And they've succumbed to the Blues by 4 points.
Have a look at Brock McLean now, BT. He's just waving everyone back. And that is reward for gut-running effort from Brock McLean. He can't get to contest quickly, but he just motors and motors and motors, and he ran 150 metres. He got across inside 50. He was unmarked because he burned off his defender. Just great gut running. A little bit of luck there. He's going for Casbolt out the back. 42 seconds. Tigers need a miracle here. They need a clearance, and they need a one-on-one mark.
Deludio's free on the wing.
The Tigers season Boyle's down to 40 seconds. Delidio's going to give them a chance. Through one, around another. Long ball, 30 seconds. The Tigers' season hinging on this. They're down by 4 points, and they're going to have one last stoppage chance.
How good was that from Delidio? He stepped around 4. He had Rewalt in mind. Look at Damien Hardwick. He just can barely contain himself.
25 seconds. The whole season here on the line for Richmond. Carlton will give themselves a big chance with a win.
See the runner there, Wayne Campbell. He's trying to get them to clear out of the space there.
15 seconds. The only team that can score is Richmond from here. Edwards, little poker, Carazzo, the ricochet. I think it's too far out now for the Tigers. 6 seconds and counting. Clock will stop at 3. 3 seconds left, and I'm not sure they can kick it from that far out with 3 seconds left.
Then a ruck free kick here.
Hardwick is furious. Knocked down. Carlton have won. Carlton have won. In a big, big game here. Down to the last 30 seconds.